Just take a look and zoom in to the thumbnail. And it could be just something a meme somebody just slapped up, a picture of somebody and they just threw some words on top of it. But the problem is that there's a lot of women out here like this. If you just read it. She says, this is all because of when you get married, the bride and the groom. I don't know who started the tradition. It probably started out as kind of, the first couple to do it probably had a very good sense of humor, very lighthearted. So when they smashed the cake in each other's face, nobody really thought anything of it. It's videotape, and people probably got a good laugh out of it, and that was it. So over the years, more and more people started to do that over the decades, because I think this tradition goes back a long time. I don't know when or who started it, but I've been seeing it for years, since I think I was in high school, maybe the first time I seen it, or in my 20s. But in this case, and if you look at her facial expression, she has basically the rested Bia face. Y'all know the word. She got that kind of face. So I can see her. She seems like the type of person to not have that kind of sense of humor, like a stick in the mud, stick up the butt. But he chose her for some reason. I find it hard to believe. Come on, bro. You had to have seen signs that this person was like this. So if you read the thumbnail, she says, supposedly, and if not her, there's a lot of women out there that think like this. So I'm gonna just read it. When he smashed wedding cake on my face and ruined my $1,600 bridal makeup, that's definitely a red flag right there. Why? All right, let me keep going. But actually ended up saving me $50K in divorce fees and half my net worth by showing how little he respected me nice and early, so I could still qualify for an annulment. I left our reception venue without saying a word and filed the paperwork in the Uber. This is what this woman supposedly said. Can you imagine that? Obviously, he felt comfortable enough to do that to her. He had to have felt comfortable on some levels, because he chose to marry her. So he obviously thought they was cool enough to just laugh something like that off. But apparently she was, before the wedding certificate even can get printed and the ink is dried on there, she's already filing for divorce on her way home in an Uber. Didn't even say anything to anybody, just walked out. Just, what kind of person does that? This guy, I don't know how old this is. It might be all over. They might be completely, the marriage might have been completely annulled by now. But he should thank his lucky stars that he did not go through with that marriage. that she ended up bowing out and like revealing her hand sooner rather than later. She couldn't even maintain the mask on her face long enough to get home and start a fake argument and then leave. And, she couldn't even do that. All because, first of all, I'm not no makeup expert, nothing like that, but I'm pretty sure it is extremely unnecessary to pay $1,600 for makeup just because you get married. This is what I've always said. Marriage overall, 97% of the time, all of that, all the extra BS and just the overboard, just unnecessary stuff that comes with marriage ceremonies, all of that is for the woman. Every single nook and cranny of that is for the woman. Has nothing to do with the man whatsoever. You gain nothing throughout that whole ordeal. And then a lot of times, with a lot of these women, once they finally get you, once they finally marry you, you can tell if they were actually true to form the woman you were dating over the years, the things you went to, the vetting process you put on her. Once the marriage ceremony and all of that is over with, if the mask falls off and she starts to deviate from any of that, she was in Oscar-winning mode the whole time, putting on her best acting chops. Like, you know what? She was going for the Oscar to secure that marriage. And once she got it, the mask quickly fell off. And now here you go. This heifer seems like she had it planned already. So how are you even doing that on the way home in an Uber? First of all, let's really look at it. You're filing for divorce on your way home in an Uber? Nah, you already had those divorce papers with you. You didn't want to marry that guy in the first place. And he should have been more astute to picking up on certain cues. And it had to have been something she did or said that had to have spawned a red flag in his head. Because we could break it down to the most simple and, hey, she's a piece of crap. But you had to have seen that she was a piece of crap before that moment, I'm thinking. Because if she's filing for divorce on her way home in an Uber, that's conveniently, it's very convenient that her ducks was all in a row in that moment. Just happened to have a divorce attorney that you can just call and draw up some papers and annul. I don't know how the annulment process goes. I just know how the full-fledged divorce thing go. So I don't know about the annulment, how that, I just find it very, very peculiar that on her way home, she's starting the process of annulling the wedding. And it seems like she had all the information she needed to annul the wedding, which means she was divorced before she even got there to get married in the first place. So to smash in a cake and on your little expensive, your overpriced makeup, I highly doubt that was the reason that you filed for divorce. It's just not only like I've been saying for past few years, not only is the dating pool small, but it has pee in it. And at this point, I think it got poop in it too. Because if this is just a meme and somebody just splashed it up there like that, it's a good ha ha laugh laugh jokey joke thing. But the problem is these type of women actually exist. And on the flip side, these type of dudes who are oblivious and just not paying attention to anything, and any red flags that pop up, you decide to pull out your Crayola crayons and color it another color because you want to ignore the obvious so bad. Put them crayons away, bro. If it's red, it's red. Follow the signs. But that by no means absolves her of being a piece of crap. Trust me. She is a POS on this one. And it probably hit him like a ton of bricks, because he had to have been like head over heels in love with this woman to just ignore. Like, it had to have been some size. Like, she had to have broken character at some point leading up to that day. But you got these chicks that, you know, in the back of their mind, they planning a breakup before you even get together. Then when you get together, is any little thing, they ready to get out. A lot of these modern day women ain't worthy of a good man. They deserve a Pookie that's gonna go up beside her head and get in the shootouts and use her as the bulletproof vest. They deserve that. So let them have that. You dodged the bullet, bro. You should be thankful that this happens sooner than later. Because if she's like that petty and that vapid and fickle, she would have made your life a living hell. Your health would have deteriorated so fast you wouldn't know what the hell to do. She could have very well stressed you into an early grave. If this didn't go on, if she decided, you know what, I don't want to be with him, and I'm just gonna make his life a living hell and make him file for divorce. I'm gonna make him hate me. You have a lot of women out there like that. You lucky. Even though she's a POS, you lucky she wasn't one of those type of women. So now at least you can leave this marriage with your health intact. So there's always a bright side. Pay attention to them red flags next time, bro, because this fickle female, you have to have seen something. And this is why a lot of men are just getting their passports and traveling to these other countries that have more traditional women, that even they have their share of BS too, but at least they are more pleasant to be with, more peaceful to be with, brought up in a more traditional family structure. And a lot of times they want the traditional relationship, traditional marriage. America used to have a lot of women like that. But now, with the small dating pool full of pee and poop, you might just have to open up your options and open up your eyes to the globe instead of being so focused on America. But that's just my random thought. Let me know what y'all think. Hit the like button, share this video. This message needs to get out there. Whether the meme is true or not, there's a lot of women out there that think like that have done that, and will do that. So the message is very important. Subscribe to my channel. Show support by hitting up the Cash App, $Cobra Clutch 357. That being said, I'm in the win again.